Moving on to the Would You Rather Kyrie Irving edition. Let's get it started. The first name on the board is
Bow.
Jaylen Brown. Got Kyrie and Jaylen Brown versing. Let me set it up first. Let me set it up.
Basically like a TikTok about this. Damn.
Did we?
Well, we said who had the better career. Who out of those two?
Yeah, all-time career. But now we have a finals matchup between Kyrie and Jaylen Brown. Who's the better second option?
So we're taking now, right? Not all. Like,
Yeah, now.
Okay.
Oh, give me Kyrie. More clutch, better offensive player. No matter how much heart and dog you want to give Jaylen Brown, Kyrie has ice in his veins. That's all I got to say.
Fuck, that's tough.
I'm taking the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Jaylen Brown.
Fake ass award. That shit not real.
He's been an All-NBA player recently in the last couple of years. He's been getting better.
Honestly,
He's
should have made it this year too.
Yeah.
Debatable over Tyrese.
All-star this year. He's been consistent. He's been popping off. Actually, he's been better than Tatum. We've had this conversation if we think he's been better than Tatum. So I'm taking him as a better number 2. Plays better defense than Kyrie Irving. And we'll see in the finals. But I'm going Jaylen Brown.
See in the finals.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown
My
too.
camera voice.
A little bit of like, I don't know. I feel like if Jason Tatum wasn't his ass and like Jaylen Brown didn't have to save him so many times. I don't want to just say save him, but just like show up for him instead in those clutch moments. I may have thought differently because Kyrie's been insane this playoff run as well. But I don't know. I respect JB. I think he gets a little too much. Well, I don't want to say criticism. Like people hate on him too much because he plays on a good team. But I really do think like there was a point we talked about this. Like if he was a number 1 option on a team, like he could average 30 points. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown. I agree with you. He plays better defense, and right now I think he's playing his best in his career. So I'm gonna go him.
Isaac?
I will go with Kyrie. But I know everybody's like, oh, of course you went with Kyrie. I almost went Jaylen Brown because he's younger. He'll give you offense and he'll play hard on defense.
Exactly.
Like harder than Kyrie.
He knows who he is as a player. No question.
But like Kyrie is the type of player you want in the playoffs.
No,
especially as a number 2.
No, for sure.
Because that means you have a player that's better than him doing most of the work.
Yeah.
But when you need a bucket, when shit slows down, that's when Kyrie strives.
You need a final shot to save me from the aliens. The beam from the aliens.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm taking
Tell him,
Kyrie.
Omari,
Man.
talk
I'm
to
taking
me.
Kyrie
Iguodala.
every time. Taking Kyrie every time. Hit one of the biggest shots in history,
Yeah.
aside from Ray Allen's 3. But yeah, Kyrie, man,
No,
dude.
Kawhi's.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh yeah,
like,
Kyrie is.
To Isaac's point,
Kawhi is
like,
nice, but
when playoffs and regular season are different. Like you want different.
Yeah,
guys
100%.
Like you still want LeBron. I feel like LeBron is
I'm taking
one of the
LeBron
guys
over, like,
over
most-
other
yeah.
people that we think are better than him now.
Yeah.
Still taking LeBron because of what he's done and
Yeah.
who he is. You know.
so I mean, yeah, I agree. So but that's why I value what Kyrie has done because we've seen, like I said, Jaylen Brown's been playing good this playoffs. So all power to him, a lot of credit. But we've seen past playoff performances where he hasn't. You know, he's also like his not necessarily his motor that we question, but he's just had bad shooting performances. You know what I mean? Like really bad ones.
No left either.
2 days. And he has all the turnovers. Dude, he was getting
Yeah,
flamed.
really
Like
bad.
You know, he's like a genius though. Like,
yeah, like he's super smart.
Yeah.
He has a doctor or
God.
something.
Yeah, he
from
better,
Cal.
he better figure out how to. Yeah, he better figure out how to do that. Learn how to dribble. Yeah.
Can you use some DC?
All that brain, nigga.
I saw.
that brain. That's
crazy.
Yeah.
But only one side of that shit work, bro.
Oh god.
No, I'm just kidding.
Good, man.
But yeah, so I'm always gonna go with the people who are like proven and have that experience, and I feel like Kyrie is just gonna continue to play well.
All right.
I think he'll have honestly, I think he'll average more than his playoff average right now. So he's averaging like 23. I think he'll average
He's back in Boston.
25,
too.
26.
We'll see if he's better or worse.
No, he'll be playing better for
I
sure.
think he's gonna-
gonna
I think
be
he's
extra
gonna cook.
motivated.
Yeah, I
I
think he's
believe
gonna
that.
cook. He's a riser if there's ever been one.
All right. You said you wanted guys who are proven. I got one for you.
I thank Kyrie. Oh my god.
Mr. James Harden.
Oh,
James Harden or Kyrie Irving?
Brother,
Kyrie. 100%.
You going Kyrie?
brother, I don't know if this is
1,000.
unanimous, but I'm picking
100,000.
Kyrie again, brother.
Instantly.
Switch up the list.
Harden's
Not
worse
even
than
have
Brown.
You saying this is for today, right?
Harden's worse than
Yeah,
Brown.
right now.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm picking Kyrie easily.
Garbage.
I'm going James Harden.
Oh, damn.
Let him talk.
Nah,
Already
man.
know.
Come on.
Oh, you do?
All right.
No, I'm saying you literally got that nigga dick in your mouth right now. I see it.
All right, James Harden.
watch.
What did you
God,
do?
bro, it's deep riding. All you do?
This year, he pushed him to 6
lose?
games. Huh?
Lose?
What you mean? He was the best player in that
What do you
series.
mean? What you mean? You know,
Nah, he did lose. But he was
very gorgeous to me. That's what you look like, nigga.
head ass. Like I'm for real.
On the buzz.
that dude. He was the best player in the series. He dropped 41 game. He carried Paul George. Paul George played well, but he carried that team to at least 2 wins. 2 wins.
Oh, we're giving fucking participation trophies.
Yeah, to the guys
First
who.
round? For niggas
Huh?
who first rounded?
You play better than Anthony Edwards, did he not?
Damn.
He's a good number two.
No,
As a number two, I'd rather have James Harden because he does more on the offensive end than Kyrie Irving with the playmaking.
Nah.
He dropped 40 in the first game, didn't he?
You gonna
What
get
did you
roasted for this one if we clip it
bro.
too.
What did you
I'm
drop?
gonna be honest.
33.
These comments about to be nasty.
33 is good. That's almost 40.
He's trying to use propaganda. He said he dropped 40 the first game.
Okay, but 33 is
Highest
good.
point 33.
Okay,
33 is
Kyrie
good.
has had like fucking
33
five-
33 and 40.
17.
33 and 40.
All right,
Kyrie
33
dropped
points,
33
12 for
sure.
17.
Wait, guys. Next game.
Okay, yeah, I never said that, but look at the other
Seven.
games. Look at the other games. Was he not the best Clipper though?
I can give it to you, but
Did he not win him 2 games?
Hey, no.
that's a Clipper
Hey,
fault.
hey,
It's not a
tell
James
me,
Harden problem.
tell me
I'm
this
just
man
saying
didn't
he's
good.
put. Tell me this man didn't put Harden just so he can argue this, and he knew we would all say Kyrie.
Exactly.
You knew we were the only ones.
I need to spread the
Harden.
Harden propaganda.
Yeah. He's going to have a
Okay,
chance to suck
what is
some
it?
dick.
Do you think he's better offensively?
No,
No.
He does more on the offensive end.
No,
I don't care.
no.
As a number two.
Not
As a number
anymore.
2, who'd you rather have?
In big 2024, he does not do more than Kyrie
That's
Irving.
Cap. He won him 2 games. I think. Man.
Kyrie won him like 16 games. Oh, what is it?
Yeah, but he has Luka
12,
Doncic.
yeah.
12, yeah.
He's hiding behind the big bad wolf.
He's not
man.
hiding behind nothing. He's having 36.
Yeah,
also.
okay.
Who is James Harden behind?
Paul George.
And
That
Kawhi
dude has
and
a
Ty
podcast.
Lue.
That dude has a podcast, bro.
They both
He's
had
not taking it
36 last night.
seriously.
It's not like Kyrie's just getting straight carried.
I wish Kawhi played,
Is
but
it Paul George and Kawhi all NBA this year? I'm confused.
Damn.
Paul George isn't.
So-
Kawhi is, and he didn't play.
Okay, borderline, right?
Yes.
Paul George all-star, right?
He's an all-star.
And who was the better player?
Brother, that's a skill issue. That's not my problem. Their team fell apart.
Just saying. I feel like James.
They had Russell Westbrook too, Hall of
For a
Famer.
Hall of Famer. That's what everybody does
This is
LeBron.
back to the
He's like,
Lakers
LeBron played with
2020
Shaq.
run.
LeBron played with Shaq.
LeBron has the
Like-
most all-star of level players ever in his career.
LeBron played with Carmelo Anthony. Like, shut up.
and Dwight
And
Howard.
Dwight at the same time.
D Rose. LeBron played with D Rose. Look.
Yeah.
Fucking
I just wanted to bring that up. I think James Harden is still good as a number 2.
But he's not better.
Should
than
deserve
Kyrie.
max money this
Boo.
season.
He's okay.
And I think he's better than
He's
Kyrie.
like, he said it. He deserves max money.
He
You
said
say
the
the
2 playoff
Damn,
games.
you pocket watching that nigga?
Are you
Yeah.
James Harden's agent?
You advocating?
Why are you trying to give him a fucking
My
max?
guy.
One of Huss's favorite
Blazing
bars
for free.
after he texts about Harden, he's like, he deserves max money.
He's not even getting a
I
percentage.
swear to God, there's clips. There's like 18 of them where he's like, it's James Harden. He's an all-star player. He deserves max money. Have you not said that? You know what I'm talking
I'll
about?
give him 1 year max. I'll give him a 1 year max. I'll give him a 1 year max. I'll give him all
2
the money
years.
for 1 year.
2
No,
years.
no, no.
From
no,
the
no,
Clippers,
no.
I'm giving him a 2
No,
year
no, no.
max.
He might be on the street like in 2 years.
What do you mean he won a playoff game for him?
Dog, stop with this narrative. He dropped 7 points.
Okay, and 33 on 12 for 17. Name that. Say that. 21 and 22 point game.
7 and 16. Average is like 21.
I know
Okay,
a couple
that's 2
dudes that
games.
dropped 33.
I did that at
we'll
24 the
discuss.
other day.
His-
They're not behind Luka Doncic, bro.
Continue.
PJ
All right,
did
next,
that shit.
Next
Yeah,
name.
facts. PJ Washington putting those numbers up.
All right,
He could get 33 and then 7. He done it.
This
Yeah,
one's a better
right.
one. This might be better for conversation. Tyrese Maxey.
Then Kyrie.
It's good for a number as a number 2.
Right this second, I'm taking Kyrie. But if we're talking like considering the future, I want Maxey just because I think he will be like an elite, even get better than he is now. But if we're talking about right now, like where Kyrie's at in the finals, I need a game today. I'm taking Kyrie easily. But I do like Maxey. I do. Yeah, I just think he's better right now. Like
That
Tyrese
moment-
has a lot of potential, and even with this playoff run, like he had to step up a lot because Embiid was like half-assed. He had Bell's
I think
palsy.
Tyrese had a
whatever.
better season than Kyrie.
He had that
regular
long ass
season.
three.
close.
Do you remember that big ass three to win him the game? So,
I think
Embiid
what's
is
his name has around the
ass
same
as
too, right?
fuck.
7 and-
He's hurt. He always hurt.
but yeah,
Yeah, he is always.
I think
A broken
Maxey took a
toy
big
is
leap
a
in the
booty
playoffs, and I
toy.
think he's gonna go further. But like right now, it's still Kyrie.
same in the regular season. Too.
I would say I'm picking Kyrie too, but in terms of stats, it's close. But I think what Kyrie offers in a game setting when you need like when you need something done, yes, Tyrese could give it to you like that one game where he got like 7 points in 40 seconds or some shit. That was crazy. But I mean, I'm still picking Kyrie over those
Just too
knowing
early.
those things. It's just too early. But I think going in the future, Tyrese has to have him beat. I think, in my opinion. But right now, it's Kyrie.
Yeah, I'm taking experience 100 out of 100 times.
So
I think that, like I was talking about Anthony Edwards and the deep playoff runs and the moments, like I think that having that experience right now, I know Tyrese, at least they got to the second round this year.
Yeah,
Like, he hasn't had anything like.
No, they didn't.
No,
they got
they
hit,
didn't.
killed
they
in the
got
first by the Knicks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
but it was literally all him. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
it's
he was
all
the best
Maxey,
player in
yeah.
that series.
It's all
for me.
Maxey.
Or Jalen Brunson was doing his
But-
thing too, though.
Until you get to the finals and until you get to like the higher stages of the playoffs, like I said, you don't really know what it's like. And so I'm gonna take somebody who's done it multiple times in the highest pressure situations.
I could
the
def-
highest pressure situation of all time, pretty much.
I could definitely see Maxey hitting like a big shot like that though, as a number 2, similar to Kyrie.
100%.
Yeah,
agree.
But
Maybe
It's just
but
not
in-
yet.
But it's like in the the context of like you're trying to come back down 3-1.
No, yeah, I'm not going to. I'm just saying like just hit a big shot in a playoff game.
I get that, but
I can see it happening.
When we're talking about when it comes to like if we need him now for the like, you know, who I'm gonna take to a championship
For sure.
I'm gonna take Kyrie because
we already know he can do it.
we know it.
I'm going Kyrie Irving too. I think Tyrese Maxey had a better regular season, but like Omari said, the experience is more proven, and I want that guy in the playoffs. If that's my guy, or if I'm betting on someone, it's going to be Kyrie Irving.
Give me the assassin, bro. Give me the assassin.
All right, Isaac.
Same. I'm taking Kyrie. You guys know what?
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good input.
Okay, this one's a good one. Paul George. I think he's a really good defender. He has the bag. Everything we've talked about him being good offensively as well. And he's not the best player on his team. He's another number 2.
I want to go first.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'll take Paul George.
GG.
Yeah.
Why is that?
He's bigger.
Just gonna say everything you just said.
His offense
Yeah, big
is
pause.
pretty good. He's like Jaylen Brown, but a little better. And yeah, and
That's
then
funny
he'll
that you
also
say he's
give you
like
that.
Jaylen Brown.
Nah, Jaylen
Just
Brown's
better.
better than him right now.
It's because Jaylen Brown can shoot.
Funny he
can
compared the
drive,
older dude to the younger dude.
He can dribble and he can play D. He can do all that.
I didn't think about this.
It's like Kobe's like Anthony Edwards.
I'm taking Paul George too. I think they're both very experienced. I mean, Paul George, when he's bad, he's really bad. When he's good, he's really good too. But I feel like scoring is not the only thing that he can do. He can play.
Ain't no pandemic Kyrie.
That's true. Kyrie will show up in the playoffs at least. But I feel like if he's bad offensively, at least he'll play good defensively or give you that type of capability.
Not in big 2024.
You don't think so? You think his defense?
It's not ass, but like he's not giving that same type of level that he wants to be.
That's what I'm trying to. Oh, man, this is hard.
Yeah, but
He's like a pick and choose
in a
spots
playoff
type
game
of guy now.
If I'm betting on somebody, it's going to be
Who's my
Kyrie
number one?
for like.
Can I ask a question? Who's my
I'm more.
number
I feel
one?
more secure with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
But Paul George just has a better skill set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. Paul
am I-
George definitely got that.
Sometimes
can
I
throw
feel
on any
like
team.
PG is like Kyrie, who's a forward. You know what I mean? Like
I've heard those
his
comparisons.
handles obviously like
mentality's
he's
not
not
the
as
same, though.
shifty. He's not as shifty. Yeah, I'm talking about like just like the way how offensively gifted they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? PG
For
is
their
really up
position,
there.
yeah.
Like when it comes to skill, PG's up there. I feel like he's very underrated in that sense. Like, but when it comes to actual production and winning that we've seen, you know what I mean? Like, we've seen more instances of PG really just not showing up. Like, he also has a questionable motor. You know, he has times where if he's not injured or like partly injured or something, then he's like there every other game. You know.
Damn, so you're going Kyrie then?
And so yeah, I'm gonna keep
My
going
belief,
Kyrie.
yeah, I think you might have swayed me to Kyrie.
Because
too,
I mean,
that.
but and PG only averaged like 23 this year. It's not like he's still putting up more crazy numbers. You know what I mean? Like the numbers
I
are
think good
comparable.
efficiency, yeah. It
Yeah.
is comparable,
Their
but
numbers are like comparable in the regular season, but one's a playoff riser known, and one's like
nothing.
Yeah,
he
nothing,
did it
like-
in pace,
I-
Pacer days, but that was
yeah,
like
yeah.
decades
But this
ago.
is
And
so
he
long
fell off
ago.
in the Thunder, and now it's like
and
whatever.
I do think he's aging a little bit to where he is taking defensive plays off. He has good defense IQ, and he's big. He still has length and stuff, so he used that to his advantage.
He's still a good defender. He's just not what he once was.
But he's not sitting in a chair.
I feel like
against
this
good
playoff
people.
series like showed us he can show up one game, drop 40 or whatever, how many points he did, and then
The next
not
game
games.
is-
Yeah,
like-
so I mean, at least Kyrie is consistent as a 2, and he does his thing. So
This was
I'm going
Granted,
Kyrie.
Kyrie
be
did
fair-
he did have a few.
Mishaps.
Kyrie had like a couple like 9-point games in the what I forgot what series. OKC series.
Yeah.
So you gotta have a little criticism there. But if you come to the next what's it called? You survive that, come to the next series and like bring it back, then it's like a little bit absolved. You know.
I think I trust Kyrie more to be more aggressive too. Like I know he's never gonna let up and stop shooting and stuff like that. But Paul George, you just never know because he is a good playmaker and ball handler, so he can kind of get passive. And I don't, sometimes they don't need him to do that. Like when Kawhi's not there, he has to be more aggressive, and sometimes he's just not. Like I feel like that wouldn't be an issue with Kyrie if Luka wasn't there. Like he'll still take the shots. So yeah, I'm gonna go Kyrie, but it's a good one though.
This
Paul
one's
George is good.
this one's hard for me. I know I'm deciding last, but I was taking into fact I'm like other than like effectively scoring the basketball only, that which is Kyrie has that in his regard. Paul George I think hasn't beat on everything else. Size, defense, playmaking too.
You think so?
Paul George, yeah, I think Paul George is a better playmaker than Kyrie. I think Kyrie's main goal is to always score.
I agree. Paul George is a better
Paul
playmaker.
George can do more in that regard. But when Omari brought up the point about Paul George shying away from moments more often than not, which we've seen in the past couple of years, which he's getting older, it's not going to get better.
I wouldn't say it's shying away. He just doesn't perform.
He doesn't perform. And I guess
Like,
him,
he's still taking the shots.
he's
He's
still
just his
taking
side
it,
of the
yeah.
backboard.
him not rising to those moments the way I feel like if he did, I'd swing toward Paul George. I can't because Kyrie, coming from those couple 9-point games, whatever. Other than that, I trust Kyrie Irving
One
more.
thing I'll play devil's advocate for Paul George.
But it's close.
That year that Kawhi went down and they made the Western Conference Finals.
Suns?
And it was all him. Like,
It was.
Kawhi tore his knee up against the Jazz. He finished that series out. He then went, took the Suns to 6. So I feel like, a little more respect on his name, but I do think that Kyrie just has that little more dog in him. And I do think that matters because as a number 2 option, like, it's really easy to get passive. And it's like, Kyrie, I know, will not have that issue because he's just always aggressive, always in attack mode.
I'm glad you made that point because
the Suns finals year.
the
Yeah.
finals year.
Okay.
I'm
'Cause
glad
they
you made
finished
that point.
Jazz series and then took the Suns
Yeah.
to 6. We thought they were about to win for a sec. Like,
I was gonna mention
Just
that point.
PG.
I was like, but if this is a different year, a little bit earlier, I don't like when you said that. I don't think Kyrie could do that. Take
Yeah.
the Suns to 6. I think they go down in 4 on that team. In my
it's
opinion,
because PG's a better playmaker. Like
that's
you
what I'm
said,
saying.
yeah.
His everything other than offensively scoring the ball at an effective rate, PG's better than Kyrie at. But
Yeah.
right now, if I'm choosing them,
Yeah.
I have to pick
That's
Kyrie
good.
Irving.
That's good that you.
I feel more secure. Like sometimes turnovers could be a problem. You get beat a few times because you don't score as much as you should be. I have to pick Kyrie Irving, but it's close for me. I think it's close. I think it's very
No,
close.
that's a good point. That's a good way to put it. Like, PG definitely is a better playmaker, so he could carry. If you have to give somebody that number 1 option role, it would rather be PG.
He fits 'cause
But
he's
like
big.
Kyrie, I think is just more better as a compliment.
Yes, correct.
All right, this one is gonna be interesting. This guy, he's the number 1 option on his team. This is Paulo Banchero. Took his team to the playoffs this year, but I think Kyrie had a better statistical season, and they're both in different positions. But do you want the young dude who led his team to the playoffs, or the guy who's secure and we know who he is?
I mean, I'm gonna take Kyrie still. I think Banchero's future is bright, but he's too young. There's still a lot of areas of his game that need improvement. Right now, I definitely could see him improving. I'm really high on him.
Yeah, me too.
But I think there's just a lot of things. If you want to be at that level, like championship DNA type of thing, you just have to improve. Like he's not even where Edwards is at. Like he's only in that round of like, oh, I just got my team to the playoffs. Like he hasn't even had a run yet to be like, what can I do? What am I bad at? What do I need to improve? So it's just too early for him. But I do think he will be a really good player and eventually surpass Kyrie. Like I think even all time, if things go really, really good
he
for
needs
him,
a much
he
better
can
team.
do it. Like
Yeah.
he's more of that number 1 option mold guy. Like
He's a better
you know what I mean?
future.
So, but right now it's just too early. Like I just can't.
He just became
can't
an
give it to
all-star.
him. Yeah.
So like,
Too many question
He's like
marks.
21.
oh man, this is hard for me. I'm picking
So
Kyrie.
you got basically 2 years of resume to look at. It's just hard to.
It's
10
hard
to
to
15.
it's hard to compare like a Kyrie Irving now compared to a number 1 who's has to carry his team because I don't think Kyrie now or even back then could carry a team to the playoffs. I have to pick Kyrie for this one though. As like a if I need him on my team, I'll pick Kyrie Irving. Paolo still has a lot of holes, as Bez was saying. Shit. Shooting is bro, to me. I take shooting like a big factor in your
He's
game.
still learning
And
how to be a good playmaker.
Exactly,
like-
a playmaker too. But I think Kyrie has just stood the test of time. He's what, like 34, 33,
32.
32.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like a
whatever.
12. He had like a 13-year career, and he's still
Uncle Drew?
Uncle
Yeah,
Drew,
he's on.
and still going into this 2024. I'm still picking Kyrie Irving over Paolo, even though Paolo's a very good player. He's accomplished All-Star status, so that's great.
I'm going Kyrie Irving too. Like the deciding factor for me is like if I switched roles with them right now, I think Kyrie would be an all-star on the Magic, and Paulo Banchero wouldn't fit as well or do the role of Kyrie and what he does because it's
Isn't
different.
it? Wait, what are you basing this off of?
I don't even like that.
Switch
They play
positions.
2 different positions.
That's why.
I like this.
But I feel like if Kyrie was the number 1 on the Magic, I think he'd be performing better because of his experience rather than Paulo. And
I
if
can't
Paulo
even
was
say
number
that.
two.
Like
You think he's gonna average more than 26, 5 and 5 on that team? He's averaging 26, 5 and 5 with Luka.
no,
it's just
Yeah,
horrible to say
27.
if they switch teams. Like they
1
just do
point.
different shit. Like
they do, but I feel like he'd be. I mean,
and the Magic need
the
shooting.
end goal
Like, he would
still-
go crazy on it
end
'cause
goal's
they
still
need
the same
shooting.
though.
Do
Yeah.
they make the playoffs? Here's a
And
good
plus,
question.
I
if they
think
don't
they'll
have
make the
Paolo,
playoffs.
then it's
They
a
do.
whole different
Yeah,
team.
if Kyrie's the
don't
one.
think
Exactly,
I think
yeah,
as a veteran
He
with
hands the
his
ball
leadership,
Yeah, like,
the way that he leads the team, I think they'd make the playoffs.
I don't think Kyrie Irving as a leader on that team makes the playoffs with that team. I think
there's no
the
good
reason that is
second
'cause of
option
Paolo.
if Paolo's gone, like, for real, for real.
Yeah.
What'd you
I
say?
mean, 100%. Like, if Paolo's not there, there's no real good
Franz.
second option.
Franz is good. Suggs
I mean,
has played
but-
his-
he's not really even a
Franz is
second
not
option.
there.
They will.
Yeah,
They have
like,
good. They have good.
he's
Well,
not there
he's
yet.
not making playoffs if Kyrie's the main man.
I
I
do.
can
I
understand.
I
At
think
this
they'll make,
age,
like,
he's not.
At the
Why?
East,
What do you mean?
nah,
At
the
the
East,
age?
they'll make
He's
the
performing
playoffs.
at his. He's at his
Play in
peak.
for sure. I'll give
Play,
you
yeah,
Franz.
they'll make the play in for sure in the
Dude's
East.
having 26.
2019?
But they're not. What are they like the 3
Yeah.
seed? They're not 3 seed though.
Yeah.
They're probably like the bottom tier seeds.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree with Best. That's all team comp. Like,
Yeah.
the
But
team
I
comp
mean,
changes
Engel's still
completely.
the same,
Paolo's
though.
They
gone
just
and Kyrie's
both
there.
play different positions. It's
Yeah.
like hard to say if you switch them on the team.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna ask to be
Well, the
asked to
reason
do
I
different
say,
things.
I mean, Engel's still the same, but like, you still want them. Who's gonna give you the most output and get you the most wins with
But
their play
basically, if
style?
we're doing
Paolo
a
does
re,
more in
if,
that regard.
yeah, if we're
For the
doing
Magic,
for the
Paolo will
Magic?
get you more wins.
I think Paolo
I
on
think
that team gets you more
me,
wins.
me personally, I think
The whole
Kyrie
team
would
is literally
get more
built
wins.
around Paolo. Like if you throw
Yeah.
Kyrie in there, it's not even gonna work.
Really, you don't think so?
it's a
No.
different team comp in my opinion.
It's
I
like
think
well,
it
you
would.
take the best player who you structured your team around. You drafted all these guys to play with him. You put Kyrie, a completely different player. Like you,
Yeah, they're gonna have a bunch
literally-
of random like guards.
The,
Also,
the
like-
one thing the Magic are missing is a guard. Now you give them a guard and take away their best forward. Like
yeah,
that's just
now
completely
they're just gonna
different.
need yeah,
I
they're
think-
gonna need a forward now.
I think
Franz.
think about it like this. Maybe in Hassan's point of view, think about it like this. Can Kyrie lead a team in the East to a playoff spot?
Depends
now.
on
to a playoff spot, yeah.
You think so?
But it's
Depends
like
on the team, yeah.
so did Paolo, and he was
still-
probably a higher
That's why
seed than
that's
Kyrie
why
would
he's
be.
saying that.
That's what I'm trying to say because Hassan said switch, but I think he meant like can as
Okay.
a one can he lead a team into
Okay,
the playoff
imagine
spot?
this. Imagine
in the
this. Imagine
East.
this. You go
Not in the West.
put him on back on the Nets right now. You think he's not leading that team to the playoffs?
No, 100%
He
is
is. He
because
is.
they have a really good.
Yeah,
team.
but he's the
that
best player,
team
right?
comp
Yeah.
Deserves.
Okay,
to
then.
Good.
You mean he's leading the
Oh,
team?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he can. It just depends on the team.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
he's not a good number one. It's
But
hard
he
to-
would be the
Yeah,
number
he's
one.
not a
He'll
championship
make the
number one, but he
playoffs.
could
He'll
get a
make the
playoff.
playoffs.
Yeah, he'd be
They'll
a
make the
good,
playoffs,
like-
but they'll lose, right?
So,
Are we
that-
thinking
Paolo
that?
lost.
Paolo's
Yeah,
losing
I
too.
mean, like not everybody wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not only like only the champs are.
I mean, bro,
I
you-
just don't think for like playoff basketball teams, Kyrie is the one is good right now. Good enough is the term I want
to
use.
win a
But
chip.
I feel
no.
like-
Yeah,
Not
not
even
to
a
win a
chip.
chip.
To, like,
The reason
succeed
why
at
I
all.
have Kyrie over is because of the experience. Like to Bez's point, when Paul's only in year 2, if once he gets to that level of experience, then I think he'll be a better player. But
I-
for now,
But this is a would you rather for this. So yeah, I
No,
get what you're saying.
I agree with you on the Kyrie point. I just don't like the whole point of like switching teams as especially for these guys. If they're both guards, I'd get it, but it just doesn't make sense when they're two different
Well, I
positions.
guess like switching situations. Put Paulo as a number 2 on another team, and then put Kyrie as a
Like,
one.
see, and that's
Built
why I
around
think
it.
that's why I think like Paolo could excel better on a Magic situation. Like he would get them to higher heights than Kyrie would, even though Kyrie's a better player.
As
in
the
my
one,
opinion.
right?
Yeah, just because they build a team around him. He functions better. He handles the ball. Like you know what I mean. So it's just different. Like it's just hard to compare positions.
That
you
is a
know?
hard comparison. Like just
It's like compare Shaq to like Steve Nash.
But I like the players. I like the players you're comparing.
Yeah. What we all chose Kyrie then?
Yes.
I'm still choosing
I
Kyrie
chose
at the end of
Kyrie.
the day.
Of course, Kyrie.
I love Paolo though. I'm a big believer. I think he'll gain a shot as he gets older, and he'll go from averaging up. I don't even know what he averages this
I
year,
mean, bro, is he
20,
like
24.
21 and
Yeah,
he's
he's
already
like 21
built
years
big?
old.
Like, can you imagine if he gets bigger too? Like,
Yeah, and
stronger.
he's
More
good. Like
comfortable, too, with
he's
the game.
doing that off just like not just raw talent, but like this is really
Still
talent.
learning,
Yeah,
yeah.
He's learning a lot. He's gonna get better. So I think he'll be in the 27s. You know what I mean? Like by the time he's in this like prime.
I feel like this year he
I'll be-
add
I'll
lot
be-
a
yeah,
lot of
he'll be up
playmaking
there.
to his
How old is
bag,
he?
too.
What? 22?
21.
Yeah,
21 or
21.
22 maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
21,
definitely not
something
older
like
than that.
Yeah.
21. I think Edwards is 22. That he came after Edwards.
Yeah,
He
so
was the
21.
one and done thing.
Yeah, this is a second. This is the end of his second year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's 21 probably. Yeah.
All star and a playoff spot.
All right. This last name, I think we're gonna have a unanimous sweep, but I wanted to bring this up because this guy had a better
If you
regular
say
season.
Jordan Poole, we're just ending
No.
the show.
I think I know who you're gonna say, and I don't think he had a better regular season. But you can say his name.
But according to like media and stuff, he had a better regular season. Carl Anthony Towns. As a number 2, he
Hell
had a better
no, hell
regular
no.
season.
Oh, man.
But I just wanted to bring it
There's
up to
actually
the point
no
to, like, compare.
world on God's green earth where
Here,
I would
here you
pick
go.
Karl
Let me
Anthony
say what I'm gonna say real
Before the
quick.
series started,
Let me say
after
what
that
I'm gonna
game
say.
7,
I still wouldn't have picked
you
Karl
could
Anthony
argue it
Towns.
though.
Let me say what I'm gonna say real quick.
I wouldn't even argue it though. Like I wouldn't even try to, because there's just like what is Cat? What is he
On a better
besides
team.
this regular season?
What is he like?
Like besides this regular season, there's nothing you can argue for Cat.
Offense.
No, you can't even argue.
He was
that.
a better 3-point shooter.
But I mean,
But
and a better
Kyrie's like
scorer.
50, 40, 90 multiple times in his career.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
I'm talking about
even
this
if he is a better
this regular
shooter, what
season.
by 2%? Like okay, buddy.
Still, as a big was
So I want to talk about Kyrie first because I'm choosing Kyrie unanimously.
Yeah, I think
And we're going to talk about Karl Anthony Towns having a better season. I don't even think he did, first of all. The reason this man was
We
even
gotta
given an
do a
all-star
cat would you
selection,
rather,
the
honestly.
reason he was selected as an all-star selection is because the guards in the West were way higher than like his skill level.
Also, the
Kyrie,
Timberwolves were like a top three seed.
exactly.
too.
Kyrie averaged
too,
no,
though.
let me cook. Kyrie averaged 26,
I'll
5,
give you
and 5 this year. Karl Anthony Towns averaged 28 and 3, 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. The reason he made an all-star team is because they didn't want to give it to DeMontis Sabonis. So that's why maybe the all-star selection is skewing you. Second of all, Karl Anthony Towns, ever since like the playoffs started, I don't know what happened. He vanished. It's insane to me. He's a second option on a team, and also the latest series. I'm gonna pick him apart. Why was he 10 for 40? Why was he 10 for 40? And apparently he's the best big man shooter of all time, right? I can't give it to him. I can't give it to him this year.
0 for 8.
Yeah,
Exactly.
0 for 8
Like,
is disgusting.
He was like, he was yelling, he was saying, Scott,
Dirk would never. Dirk would never.
Anyways, I think what Kyrie has done this year has been leaps and bounds above what Cat's done. I do not even want to hear Cat. Like Cat,
Big facts.
I think he's clearly above Cat. The reason,
No,
like,
actually, he's right because him making the Western Conference Finals, Cat will never do that in his career.
facts.
Damn.
What do you
And
mean?
Kyrie's been there in the
Never,
East and the
ever,
West.
ever.
I don't think Cat will ever make.
He's
the
gonna
Western
get traded
Conference
and be
Finals.
done.
Career. No, because he's like we talk about like non-winning players. Like I don't want to say Cat like no, Cat's a non-winning player. Let me be honest. Like he doesn't show up in big moments. He's easy to play out. He's soft for like playoff basketball. Like
He just has skill, I guess, right?
He's
he
progressed
does have
ever since
skill.
he's been in the NBA. He hasn't
Talented.
been, bro. Ever since off
Hey,
rip, he was at the top of the
it's
mountain.
okay. There's a lot of players that we know through NBA history that are just regular season guys. When the
Facts.
playoffs come, they just can't do it. Tracy McGrady, great player, amazing. He got a bag, everything. When it comes to the playoffs, he couldn't get it done. Cat's one of those dudes.
Facts.
He'll be remembered upon fondly because he's one of the best shooters as a big man. You know, big purr, all the memes, like people will love him. But at the end of the day, he just
all
not
that-
he can't get it done in the playoffs. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just levels to this. Like
Say, ooh, I won 3-point contest. Nigga don't deserve Jordan Woods. Nigga. Come on, man. Crazy. Give her back, man.
Yeah.
give her back to the
Yeah,
to the streets she goes.
Somebody else deserves her.
Not that guy. Yeah, but I mean, he had a good game 7, a good regular season,
Let's wrap it up.
top 3 team. Just want to give him
don't wanna
his credit,
put him
but
back
we
on.
all know Kyrie Irving is him a thief.
I'm
So.
taking Kyrie. Cat's way too zesty for me.
What?
Fair. It's a fair point.
And he's always
Scott.
he's never gonna have reached his potential.
Man, I'm dead.
That man was supposed to be like next AD.
Dog, do you guys remember the comps where like if you're redrafting a team or first round,
He
would you get
was a-
LeBron or Cat? Oh my!
It was
God.
like LeBron, Giannis, and Cat, and like 20% of people picked Cat.
Jeez.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was the
Let's
last
not pull
one.
nowadays, buddy.
Facts. Let's see what happens. All right. Let's wrap it up. We got
Wrap it up then.
1 minute 30 seconds of the pod, so that's good. I want
Wait,
to
what?
put a new camera in.
1 minute, 30 seconds of the pod.
I mean, 1 hour and 30 minutes. 1 minute 30. It's like shit. I ain't been recording. No. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Let us know your finals predictions in the comment section below, and tell us why we're so stupid for picking the Celtics. And I don't even know.
Y'all was getting flamed. It wasn't me.
Some of the comments are just like.
you're flaming LeBron
you can't win.
James.
Yeah, I will see, nigga.
All right. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode.